Okay. This looks a million times better already. Okay, there we go. Hey, Chimo. Do I look any better now? Do I look any better? How's the stream now, guys? Does it look any better? How's the audio? Is everything better now? How is everything now? Better? All right. Is it much better? How is it now? Much better. Okay. All right. Cool, cool, cool. Hey, what's up, guys? All right. So is everything way, way better now? Is everything look way, way better? All right. Better, 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 much better. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Hey, so basically what you guys saw was when I took this job, I wanted to be able to do more some production work while I was gone, like working on videos and stuff. So I picked this up. I picked up this laptop, and this is what I was just talking to you guys on. Was this, and the webcam on this thing is not very good. It's a good computer, but the webcam's terrible. So that's what I was talking to you guys on, and so I just switched over to my old thing. Yeah, it's a good computer, but it's not. It has a terrible webcam. So I'm back on my I'm on my Apple. But yeah, I use both Windows and Mac to do my videos. So I wanted to have this with me so I could work from afar. Good computer, bad camera. Dell sucks on webcam. Yeah. Let's see. We got another super chat from CD. Cool. 5. Thank you. Love the channel. Thank you so much, good sir. I have a Britannic drawing my late brother made that I would love to share for the community. Hope you are doing good. Keep it up. That's a really cool thing. You got a drawing from him. I'm sorry that he passed away. That's really sad. But yeah, we would love to see your drawing and everything like that. Just feel free to upload it to my Discord server. We would love to see it. Thank you so much for the 5. I'm glad you like my content. And once again, sorry to hear about your brother. 5 from Make Today Count. Awesome. Thank you so much. Hi, Sam. I'm in Michigan. Awesome. I love Michigan. Returning to Vermont on Sunday. Haven't been here in a while, but missed your videos. Been very busy with school. Thank you. Listen, dude, don't feel bad because I have not had time to work on YouTube at all. I've started working on a new job and everything, and it's taken up a lot of my time, and I have really missed interacting with all you fine people. So, but hey, like I told you, this thing that I'm working on is wrapping up, so I should be fairly active again within the next week or so. So, maritime history. Fun fact: in 1 month from now, a ship called the Britannic will be leaving Southampton for her maiden voyage. Maritime, Britannic, Britannic Maritime. Is Britannic the ship that was leaving in a month from now? It's Britannic, really, dude. So Britannic is still under construction. You know, this time 111 years ago. I think you're getting your I think you're getting your details slightly wrong there. Pro says he said Titanic, Sam, not Britannic. Pro, I'm messing with him. You have to back me up here. You gotta back me up, dude. You gotta help me out. Help me out a little bit. Hawkeye says no, he means Mauritania. All right, come on, guys, we gotta do a poll. We gotta do a poll here. Okay, did maritime did maritime say Titanic or Britannic? You guys got to back me up here. Titanic, Britannic. There we go. Okay, you guys got to help me out. You guys got to help me out here. Okay, got to help me out. Did Maritime say Titanic or Britannic? I wonder what he did. Come on, guys. Help me out here, guys. Come on. Yes, there we go. There we go. See, Maritime, the people don't lie, Maritime. The people do not lie. So I mean, I'm just saying, dude. I'm just saying. Titanic. Let's see, Maritime. You guys are supposed to be on my side. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your name. And I'm gonna like Andoyan. I just discovered your channel. Awesome content. Thanks so much. I'm glad you like my stuff, and I'm sorry that I butchered your name. sorry. Let's see here. Nathan says CQD, SOS, CQD. Hawkeye, missed you, buddy. Can't wait to roam the seas with you again soon. I will be back very, very soon, Hawkeye. I will be like I told you. So this job is an occasional thing. So it's like when I go out on a project, I work full-time hours. But after the project is done, and the projects can last anywhere from a week or two to a month or 2 or whatever. But when I'm done, I can go home and then I can decide when I want to go out again. So it's like they've got me as I work full-time when I want to, but I'm also their occasional guy. So And it's cool. It's really cool, and it gives me, because it helps out with YouTube as well. Because like one thing that about YouTube is YouTube as far as income goes, because YouTube has been a primary job of mine for a while. It 1 month I do great, another month I have to be tight. I have to be careful. Like YouTube's income fluctuates so much, and so it's just it's nice to have a job and have a steady income and everything like that. That way, YouTube, I don't have to worry so much about it. I can just focus on the videos and all that, and just you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. YouTube is great, but it's hard. It's hard doing YouTube full time because it's hard to have a dependent. You have to plan ahead for a bad month. That's how it all works. Let's see here. You got that. Are you guys quoting the whole Californian thing? Is that what you guys are doing here? Whew, wow, I'm tired. Ugh, I think I've got 60 hours, 50 or 60 hours this week. Ugh, I'm so tired. I might have, let me see if I can show you guys something. But yeah, it's the exact same type of stuff that I was doing when I was out working in Arizona and all that stuff. So, I mean, like I'm out there working, I'm working on the liner and stuff like that they're doing for projects and all that. So like, let me find a good picture if I can show you guys something real quick. But yeah, so every morning or in the evening, I'm out on stuff like that. So that's where I'm working stuff, doing all that fun stuff. Okay, we got that. We got that one. Let's see here. Uh, let's see. CA. Hey Sam, when I was in the fourth grade, I took a test on the Titanic, and one of the questions was when would Titanic arrive to New York? And I said April 17th. The answer was April 22nd, and I got a D. Lol. Okay. April 22nd. No, well, Titanic was on its fourth day, and it was going to take its 7 days, 14, 15, 16, 17. So it would have been the 17th or 18th. Yeah, 18th, 17th or 18th. So, I mean, and I like how Maritime immediately just jumps in there. I don't get why you would have gotten a D. Like 17th or 18th is right. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I don't get why you would have a that sounds like a teacher who doesn't know what's going on. Listen, I love it when I love it when like whenever you meet someone who thinks okay, answer me this. Has this ever happened to any of you guys? Have any of you guys ever been in a situation where you've met someone who acts like they know what they're talking about, but you can tell after just talking to them for a few minutes that they don't have a clue what they're talking about? Like, have you ever met anybody like that? So it's yes, a lot. Like they act like they know what's going on, and yes, 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 yes. Olam says no one has ever met a person like that. Oh, you guys get it. Anyway, this was a few years ago, and I met this guy, Maritime Coalfire. Actually, so I don't think I've ever told this story, Maritime, but you're on the right track. So I met this guy, and he was like a big history guy, and he was always talking to me like he was an expert on these subjects that I didn't know about, like that I'm not an expert in. And the way he is talking with so much confidence and stuff, like if it's a subject that I'm not familiar with, I believed him, like there are things about it. And then he starts trying to talk to me about the Titanic. He starts trying to talk to me about the Titanic. And so I mentioned to him the coal fire thing, like how they move the coal from the starboard to the port and the 300 tons and all that stuff. And he tries to argue with me on it. He goes, that didn't happen, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, no, it did happen. This is how that happened. And this is also how this is one of the factors that helped the ship stay stable on the sinking. And I mean, he just giving me all these anyway. But he didn't like it when I threw something back at him, because it wasn't something that he was a quote unquote expert on. And then, as it turned out, that guy got fired not long after all that happened. So that actually shows the kind of character he had. But he got fired for something pretty bad. something pretty bad, and I didn't know about it until after it happened. But it was Show. Hello, hello. Hey, Show. What's going on? But it's good to see you again, man. So I should be active again within the next week or so. I'll be gradually getting more and more active. So I'll be back around again before too long. So sorry I'm gone. I've missed you guys. But yeah, he got fired for how should I put this lightly? Inappropriate behavior towards a few of my coworkers. Yeah, how about that? Is that giving you guys a little bit of a oof? Yeah, so that's yeah, let's you guys are more specifically inappropriate behavior, trying to flex his boss status with a few people, and it didn't go over too well. So RMS Olympic, why were you inactive for so long? I was working. I got a job. Animations, hello. I love your vids. Awesome. Thanks so much. Man, it feels so good to see you guys again. It's so cool to be back on here. I have legit, like with me being gone for a while, it is good to be back. I have legit missed you guys. It's so funny. I'm like, oh, I miss doing my live streams. I miss doing all this other stuff, and I just so. Historic Productions. Hey Sam, some guy bought Elvis Presley's private jet for around 200. I saw that. I saw that video. I jumped around it and everything. How much do you think it's going to cost him to get that thing flying again, or is he going to get it flying again? I think I remember him doing something about like he would turn it into like a get married, like a chapel or something in Vegas. I saw something like that. Let's see. Artavia says, please react to a Brightside video, Titanic versus modern cruise ships. It's the best Titanic Brightside video. Trust me, you won't get a headache. It's from 2018. You know what? Walker, an airplane is a chapel. And no, sorry, it's like a get married place, like a get married chapel kind of thing. Like Elvis, a guy dresses up as Elvis and he helps couples get married. That I didn't clarify that. Titanic versus a modern cruise ship? You know what? All right, Titanic. Hang on, I'm going to look this up real quick. Titanic versus modern cruise ship. Did they really do that? Did they really? Oh, my. Oh, that's. Wait a minute. Okay. But what am I looking at here? Okay. We'll save your brain cells. Save your brain cells. React on 11. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do a dedicated video. Okay. Was that Sam cringe? Yes, it was. Titanic versus a modern cruise ship. You know what? Fine. Since it's been a while since I've been back, that way it won't take me quite as long to get a video done as well. But you guys want another bright side? Fine. My gift. Wait, hang on. Before I do that, start a poll. Do you all want another bright side video? Yes or no? Do you guys want another bright side video? No, Sam. Your brain is too important. I'm actually curious what you guys are going to put here. I'm actually really curious as to what you guys are going to put. Do you all want another bright side video? Yes, no, Sam, your brain is all. I'm out. I can't. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh man. Let's just all 74 votes, 76% yes. Well, at least like 17% want to save my brain. Jiminy Christmas, guys. Lamar, you guys just love to torture Sam. Hey, listen, the best. So when Mike Brady was doing his live stream and he was watching My Bright Side when it was premiering. That was really cool, like for me to be able to watch his reaction and everything, because it's like I could see like one of the members of my audience's reaction to it live and everything. And just like I mean, like it just the cringe factor and everything, and it was cool to be able to see like you guys reacting the way I would react and all that. So, Jiminy Christmas. Fine, another one. Here we go again. Walker, I just realized something. April 15th is the day the Titanic sank, and it's also the day to go to a band. Oh, okay. There's a band on April 15th. Cool. Let's see here. Armis Lynn, did you know it's snowing in Illinois? Oh, really? Wow. Maritime, you have to do a reaction with. Hang on a second. You know what, Maritime? That is a great idea. Hang on. I'm going to shoot Mike a message right now. I'm going to shoot him a message right now and ask him, hey, Mike, you down to react to a Bright Side Titanic video in a collab between our two channels? There we go. All right. I just shot him a DM. I just shot him a DM. I just shot Mike a DM. So, oh boy. Here we go. We'll see what he says. Let's see here. Let's see. Ian says, I didn't know you knew Mike. Two worlds collide, two awesome channels. That's awesome. Yeah, like all of us, like in the maritime community, like we all know each other, and I know Tom, I know Mike. We all just I know Philip over at Titanic Animations. It's just like we all talk, So it's a big, awesome community. CD5, thank you. I appreciate you. He loves ships a lot. Titanic most. I wish he would have gotten to play Honor and Glory. I posted his art in the art section Discord. That's so cool, man. Thank you so much for the 5, and I will definitely check that out when I get a chance. Thank you, man. Oh, listen, that'll be because you know what? When you have two people, because he was catching things that I wasn't. Like he was reacting to the stock footage and everything like that, like the background stuff. And I didn't even think about that. Like he was even talking about how in that, what was the last video? What was the last Bright Side? Oh yeah, the different sinking theories. But he was reacting like I didn't even notice that when they were talking about sinking theories, they were pointing to house plans. Like they were actually like, oh, when the Titanic hit the iceberg, the crack originated in the master bedroom and went into the living room. Like I didn't even notice that. So it's just like there's two things that like going back and forth. Yeah, stock footage, yeah. And but it was the ship split in the kitchen. So it's really cool. Let's see here. We got another super chat 5 from B. Thank you so much. Have you ever heard of the Daniel J. Morrell? In my opinion, the ship has the scariest breakup story of any ship I've ever heard. The Daniel J. Morrell. I know about the Bradley. The Bradley broke up. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, shoot. Daniel J. Morrell ship sinking. Let me see. Was this a Great Lakes freighter? Daniel J. Morrell was a 603-foot Great Lakes freighter that broke up in a storm on Lake Huron on the 29th, 1966, taking with her 28 of her 29 crewmen. That's awful. I don't know the breakup story, though. Actually, I don't really know anything about the shipwreck. Interesting. I will definitely look this up. I will definitely look into this, but no, I wasn't familiar with it. Very interesting. I need to do another Great Lakes video. I need to do another here. Let's see here. Start a poll. Do you all want a Great Lakes video? Yes or no? Do you guys want a Great Lakes video? The bow broke off, but the stern kept sinking. What? The bow broke, but the stern kept watertight bulkheads? I'm assuming the stern went down eventually. So what happened? Did like if this is the bow and this is stern, what happened? It broke, and then the bow started sinking, and the stern just kept moving past it. Is that kind of what happened? Like the crew was like, guys, we just passed the bow. Can you imagine how eerie that would be? Can you imagine like being on your ship in a storm and then you look to starboard and you see your bow floating by? Oh my gosh. Holy crap. That would be terrifying. That would be absolutely terrifying. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Okay. Oh man. Oh, that sent shivers down my spine. Let's see. Captain Jalen says, "Hey Sam, imagine if Elon Musk someone made these suits similar to an Iron Man suit or water suit that can handle the water pressure and would be able to go down to the Titanic without a submersible. That would be cool. That would be cool. But gosh, how would you deal with the pressure? I wonder if how many of you have seen Abyss? How many of you have seen the old James Cameron movie Abyss? Do y'all know what I'm talking about? The James Cameron film Abyss. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? Sabrina, me. What's Abyss? What's Abyss? Well, no, yes, no. So Abyss is this old movie. I think it's from the late 80s. The movie is old. Yes, it is. But hang on, maybe I can show you guys real quick. And that's another reason why, since I have issues getting OBS to work on Mac for whatever. I mean, it does work, but it's just like it's kind of finicky. That's something else I got this thing for, was so I can have an easier time so you guys can see my screen and I can run other programs and play games and stuff on it. But Abyss is this old movie, and they have to go down very deep. Abyss, breathing liquid, yeah. So they have to go down very, very deep, okay, to and what they have to do is they devised a way to deal with the pressure by they figured out how in the movie that humans could breathe liquid. So like they fill up this liquid with oxygen or something, and it's like our lungs can get the oxygen from the liquid, and that's how you deal with the pressure. Since there's no air in there, I mean it's a movie, it's fiction, but that's the whole premise. Man, this internet is terrible. Hold on a second, guys. Settings, Wi-Fi. I'm connecting to the Wi-Fi. My phone isn't on it. It's got one of those. There we go. And is it going to work? Yeah, there we go. There we go. So like, you guys have to. This is really, really bad footage. So like they're showing it right here. So like that liquid in the movie. This is a fictional movie, okay? That liquid is oxygenized water. So what they do is he puts that rat in there, and the rat can breathe the water, and that's how they would deal with the pressure. So like, look, the rat's not drowning; he's breathing in the liquid. Just wait, yeah. See, he's breathing. He's breathing. A little bit of anxiety, but yeah, he's breathing. See, so that's the whole idea. So I'm like, if that ever became real, what the hell? Well, of course it's uncomfortable. You're breathing liquid. Sabrina, I remember that scene, cute childhood, right? But if that ever became real, because the whole idea around that is if you're, what is pressure? Pressure exists when there's air, and like the wreck of the Titanic isn't under any pressure because it's full of water. So the whole idea is if you could actually fill up a suit with water and just breathe that, then pressure wouldn't be a problem. But I mean, that's science fiction and all that. But if it could be real, if somebody could figure that out, then maybe a magic suit, yeah. So to go and walk around the Titanic at 2.5 miles could exist. I have a question. Would any of you want to do that? So if the technology to breathe liquid was a thing, and you could go 2.5 miles under the ocean and walk on Titanic, would you do it? No. Good Lord, no. No. Hey, Sabrina. Too dark and spooky, but I want to see it. Maybe yes. Okay, you know what? Here. Start shallow, then go right. Let me see here. Start a poll. How many of you would do that? How many of you would you breathe liquid oxygen to walk on the Titanic wreck? Would you guys do it? Yes or no? would you guys do that? I wouldn't do it. Yeah, it's like to go see Titanic, I would just shoot, what's the word? I'd go in a submersible. I would just wow, it's more even than I expected. Oh wow, no, more people said yes. Wow. Hmm. Yeah, and I mean, in that there's also other psychological effects that happen to you when you go that deep. Because even if wow, it's 50-50, holy cow, 51%. Wow, I didn't know it was gonna be this neck and neck. Holy cow. Dang on. It's pretty much even. It's pretty much even. Dang on, that's crazy. Did I see another super chat? Yes, 5 from Shadow. Thank you so much, Shadow. What if Britannic's engines were stuck running on full like Lusitania's engines failed to respond to? If the Britannic's engines had just kept running and running and running, they would have had a little bit more of a difficult time launching the lifeboats, that's for sure. But the ship would have sunk in a similar way and everything. She would just sunk a lot faster, and they would have had more trouble launching the lifeboats. And the engines would have just kept going and going and going until the ship ran out of steam pressure, or it went under, or boilers exploded, or something like that. Good question, though. Wasn't there one warship that went under with the propeller still turning? I kind of want to watch Abyss now. Thanks for the 5, Shadow. We got that. We got that one. Okay, Jacob says, I've been a Titanic fan since I was 5. Watch your videos for a long time. My mom actually, where'd it go? My mom actually got to, since I was 5, watch your videos for a long time. My mom actually got to meet you. I met your mom? Meet you. I wish I was there with her. I love your videos. You want inspiration to look in Titanic. Thanks so much, Jacob. Where did I meet your mom? And how do I know? I haven't done any like fan meetups. I'm very confused. When did I talk to your mom, or was it online, or? Because the only time I've actually done a fan meetup was when I went to that Titanic museum, but I gave them like 24 hours notice, and I did meet one person there. But cool. I believe you. Hang on a second. Let me check my Discord real quick and see if no, Mike hasn't messaged me yet. I was curious if I had heard anything. Let's see here. It's a troll. Yeah, probably. Ian says Titanic Con. Let's make it happen. That'd be cool. A Titanic convention. That would be really, really cool. River, How I Met Your Mother. Wait, no, that's the wrong thing. I almost went I went, no, that's McDonald's. Sabrina, my kids are so trying to convince their teachers to let you do a presentation at their school so they can meet you in person. That's so cool, Sabrina. Hey, look, Sabrina, it's like I told you, I am very much willing to do that. I would absolutely love to come out and like do a presentation or like talk to the class or whatever. That'd be really, really cool thing to do. Be cool to meet you all. Be super, super cool. Your kids still like that Titanic book I sent you? Brooke says, Sam, what happened on Britannic's third voyage that was sort of significant? Third voyage. I haven't looked into Britannic's history in a while. Remind me. I actually don't recall. I haven't looked into Britannic's full history for a bit, but remind me. I'm sure I'll remember when you tell me. So David, I just had a creepy experience. I saw a ghost. I would get out of there. I would get out of there. Jacob says, my mom went to buy me a new phone, and my mom actually met you when she bought the new phone, and she told me about, okay. So I know what happened. Okay. So basically, I met your mom when I was still working at the cell phone store. And then I told her about the YouTube channel and everything, and you're somebody. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, cool. Well, I'm glad you like my stuff, man. I'm glad you like my YouTube channel. But okay, that makes sense. That makes sense because yeah, when I was working at the sub phone store, I did tell people about my channel. That makes sense. I get it. I get it. I get it. Super cool. Glad you like my stuff, man. I was like, how did I meet? Astra says, "Hey Sam, could you do a video about the Asia Maru since you were recently in Japan? Was that the sister ship to the Hikawa Maru?" And I am planning. I was planning if I had time. I just have not had time, but I was planning to do a video on the Hikawa Maru, and I do have pictures of it on my phone and ready to go. She's in remarkably good condition. You know, she is a beautiful ocean liner. Check that out. She is a beautiful ocean liner. The Hikawa Maru right there. It was so cool to see her. Super, super, super cool. Let's see here. Have you heard about the story of the HMS Hawk? The HMS Hawk. HMS Hawk. HMS Hawk was that was the military ship that was involved in some type of incident with the Olympic class. I think was it the Olympic that the Hawk maybe hit and rammed the side of the Olympic, and then of course Maritime knows the exact. I'm joking around, and the Maritime goes. Let's see here. Green says, "Hey Sam, I just wanted to say hi because you always make me laugh and your content is great and historically accurate." Thanks so much, Green. I'm glad you like my content, man. I try to do my content to be extremely as accurate as I can make it, and I like throwing a little bit of comedy here and there, like my rage meter. Okay, we got that. I think I'm gonna wrap up the stream probably in the next 5 to 10 minutes or so. Just all right, guys, like stop the. No spamming, guys. We went all this time without a without slow mode. So let's not overdo it, okay? Let's not there we go. Let's see here. We got that one. The answer to my question was the crew got food poisoning. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, cool. That's an interesting tidbit of information. I did not know that happened on Britannic. Sabrina, do the rage meter again. Again. Oh gosh. I don't want to do that on the bright side video. It'll fill up too fast. Whoa. What happened to my hair? Okay, there we go. Okay. Rage meter and bright side video. My kids are begging for the rage meter again. Oh gosh. Oh, I'm going to die. I'm absolutely going to die. Space Killer 10, thanks so much, man. Hello again. Here's 10 as usual. Thanks so much, man. Super appreciate you. Great to see another surprise live stream. Thank you so much, man. Glad you're here. I'm glad to be back. I have missed hanging out with all you fine people. So glad here. Let's see here. Sabrina, poor Sam. James, question. What would happen if Titanic had a clean break? Would the stern have stayed afloat long enough to make a difference? If the break had been clean, the Titanic stern most likely would have stayed afloat. Because with the way the watertight bulkheads on the Titanic were aligned, the ship theoretically could be split into 3 individual segments and stay afloat. I believe Captain Smith even told some passengers that on the maiden voyage. So if it had been a clean break and the watertight bulkheads hadn't been damaged, theoretically, yes, the stern could have. But there's no such thing as a clean break in a situation like that. And I also would have to think about the weight of the engines, because I feel like the engines, if they're the closest thing to, because the engines are the heaviest parts of the ship. So in my mind, the ship breaks in half, okay? It's a clean break. The watertight bulkheads aren't broken, okay? But the engines are exposed to the sea, okay? Are they on the side of the break, okay? I feel like the way of the engines would cause the stern of the ship to dip down low enough to allow the water to spill over the tops of the bulkheads. I think if the ship didn't have the engines in it, the stern could stay afloat. But with the engines, I feel like the weight would cause it to tip down. I mean, what do you guys think? Do you guys agree with that theory, or do you think it could have made it? What do you hang on, what do you all agree with that theory, or am I missing something? Let's see here. So, well, not necessarily. I mean, because the ship could have been split into three parts, and theoretically it could stay afloat. So if the engines weren't there, I think it could have made it. But with them, I think it would have caused it to. It would have capsized without the engines. I don't know about that. I don't know about that because I mean, hmm, that'd be a good what if. That'd be a good what if. So wait, the Titanic's shoot. How did they get that's something actually I've never looked into. So were the engines on the Titanic installed after the launch or were they put in before? Huh, I never even thought about that. When were the boilers and the engines put inside the Titanic? Were they put in before the launch or were they put in after? I would have to guess, unless they kept parts of the deck open, which they probably did. Were they put in after? Were they put in after? I think before. Like that, because I mean, I'm curious about how they would have done it. You know, they would have had to use cranes to lower them in. There would have had to have been holes in the deck. Hold on a second. I'm gonna look that up. How did they put the engines inside Titanic? Let's see here. Titanic's power plant is how many engines the Titanic's propulsion plant? Here's information about the engines, but did they put them in? I mean, they would have had to. I don't know. Because well, they couldn't have been too heavy because the ship had to go down the slipway. They would have had to. I think they would have had to put them in after. I think they would have. It would have made it uneven. So yeah, because the weight distribution. Yeah. So I guess they kept parts of the upper deck open, and then they would have used cranes to lower them down and inside. That would be, I believe they hoisted them into the ship. Okay. So that would be my best guess, is they would have had to leave parts of the deck exposed so they could just lower the things in and everything. So listen, that's a lot of interesting stuff. You guys make me think about things that I haven't thought about before, like with Titanic and all that. Wolf 5, thank you. Didn't the people still on board at the time of the breakup have a false sense of security that the stern section would float independently? I have heard that. I've heard that maybe a few people thought that the stern would remain afloat. I don't know if that was a global consensus or like that everybody at the scene thought that. I cannot remember her name. Okay. I cannot remember. I heard this story in passing a long time ago. But there was one woman. It was her, and she had her child with her. I think he was like 5, 6, or 7 at the time. Okay. And they were in a lifeboat. And basically, the way she was holding her son, his face was like buried in her clothing and everything, like because she didn't want him to see the ship sink and everything. And her husband was still on board, and she didn't want her kid to watch her husband go down with Titanic. And when the stern went vertical and then it kind of just sat there for a minute, a few people in that lifeboat said that I think she's going to stay afloat. And I think she's going to float. And then at that very moment, the mom lightened up her hands a little bit. Okay. And then when that happened, her boy turned and looked at the ship because he wasn't watching the sinking. And then as soon as he looked up and he turned and looked at the stern, right after that happened, the stern went down. Right after he looked. I mean, just so that did I cannot remember her name. But where did I think it was in one of the Cameron documentaries. No. I think it was in on the Honesty of Glass people talked about it. I need to look that up. That'd be a good video. That would be a good video. But yeah, Sabrina, absolutely. It's like his mom was trying to protect him from that. And then as soon as she thought that it would stay afloat, he looks up and then he sees the stern drop. I mean, it's absolutely heartbreaking. Jacob, do you have a Discord server? Yes, I do. There's a trailer for it on my YouTube channel, and there's a link. There's a link for the server. I could post a link here in a second. But yeah, very, very heartbreaking story. Captain Jalen 5, thank you. Hey, Sam, can you do a video on the wreck of the Lusitania in Andrea Doria? What are your thoughts on the wrecks? Like the wreck of them? Like a dedicated video about the wrecks of the ship. Interesting. Uh, I'll have to do some research into. I don't know that much about the wreck of the Andrea Doria. I know that the water it's in is pretty rough, like with currents and stuff like that. But the Lusitania. Okay, so anytime you talk about Lusitania, you are getting into conspiracy land. Like there is so many questions about the Lusitania. Like, have any of you all seen what the wreck of the Lusitania looks like? I mean, it's like a bomb hit. I think the whole thing is collapsed now. There's fishing nets all over it. And in the 30s, there is in the 1930s, there was a story where some people on the Irish coast saw British ships dropping, like firing rounds at the area around the Lusitania. And don't say bombs. Yeah. So listen, the Lusitania, I'm not a conspiracy guy, but that ship is sus. Like, I mean, like there is so much with that. And I talk about it in my Lusitania series. And honestly, when you study the evidence, when you study it, I don't think the British Admiralty planned to have the Lusitania sink or anything, but I do think they intentionally left it exposed. I do think that because I think that they intentionally left it exposed. And then there was also the fact that the ship was carrying munitions when it shouldn't have. And there's even more evidence that I didn't go into in my book. The British government actually banned people from writing books about the Lusitania for a while. I think there was a guy who wanted to do it in the late 40s, and he wasn't allowed to. So there's a story that the British government bombed the wreck of the Lusitania to cover up evidence. And the other story is that they thought that they were U-boats and all of that. But I mean, it's just like, it's like I told you, I'm not a conspiracy guy. I don't like to go there. But when you really study the evidence, it's sus, especially with the miscommunications with Turner. Anyway. So there we go. There we go on that. There we go on that can of worms. Man 10, thank you so much. Hey Sam, what do you think is the most what do you think is the most accurate portrayal of any character in the James Cameron movie? The most accurate character in the James Cameron movie. Molly Brown is really good. I wish that she got more screen time. You know, Molly, it's like the James Cameron movie gave you a taste of who these people are, but it didn't go into their stories too much. Like the deleted scene with Molly Brown and Quartermaster Hitchens and all of that, I like. Okay, well, number one, like, I mean, she kind of went along with him for a little bit, but at one point she just lost it on him. You know, she just lost it. And I wish James Cameron would have put that in the movie. You know, I wish, because she was like taking charge of the boat and everything. And Hitchens was screaming at her, and she's like, "If you don't shut up, I'm going to throw you overboard." Bravo, Molly Brown. Bravo. Molly Brown was amazing. And Hitchens said later in life that out of all the lifeboats I could have gotten into that night, I had to get into the one with her. But, shoot. Jack Phillips and Harold Bride were okay, but you didn't see them a lot. You know, it's just like, I mean, Thomas Andrews was also really good, you know, going around trying to get people. I mean, his final moments is incorrect, you know, but they didn't know that in 97. Lightoller pretty accurate. Yeah, Lightoller pretty accurate. Captain Smith, Captain Smith isn't really. They kind of paint the picture that, you know, him and Ismay were ignoring safety warnings and all that other nonsense. So I wouldn't go there with Smith in that. Good question. Very, very good question. Let's see here. Sabrina, he's the one who decided to go bonkers and Molly didn't stand for. Listen, Molly Brown is a pistol. You do not mess with Molly Brown. She is awesome. I would love to sit at a table with her and talk to her. Maritime. Wild may have been the officer who shot himself that night and not what we see in 97 movie. Wild's wife, twin sons, all died in December of 1910. He suffered from severe depression ever since. I did not know that. That's awful. I did not know that that happened. Yeah, was Henry Wild on the port side? Was he around? Was he in that? Because it seems like that with the reports of the suicide, that may have happened around Collapsible D. Was he over there with Collapsible D when all that stuff went down? Was that Andrew? I thought Murdoch shot himself. That's a legend, but I don't believe it, and I've talked about that before. Maritime. It's on. I'm gonna have to look into that. I feel like I did a video on Henry Wild. I thought he was over there with Collapsible D. I'll have to double check. Chase says Smith did not go down with the ship in the wheelhouse. No, he didn't. James, no, I think he was on starboard. I'll double check. I'll double check it. All right, everybody. Well, hey, we have been live for, if you count my earlier stream, a little bit over an hour. It has been Maritime. Leigh Tyler said he saw him 20 minutes before the Titanic disappeared. Okay, I'll look into that. Maritime. Oh, we got one more super chat. Space Killer 10, thank you. Tries to follow Andrew's instructions in the 1997 movie to find Jack. End result equals runs into wall on E deck. Huh? Tries to follow Andrew's instructions in the 97 movie to find Jack. End result equals runs into a wall on E deck. I'm confused. What are you referring to? Rose didn't run into a wall. Dustin, E deck was completely inaccurate as a whole. Are you talking about how it was portrayed in the camera movie and everything? Okay, that's what you're referring to. Okay, I haven't done a comparison between the movie and all that stuff. That scene with the kid, and Jack tried to save. Oh wait, what? So I mean, I know the scene you're talking about when Jack and Rose are down in that corridor and the water busts through that door and everything like that. But are you talking about where Andrews gave advice to Rose? I'm confused, but okay. I'm sure there's something obvious here that I'm missing. But anyway, all right, guys. Well, hey, we have been live for a little over an hour now if you count the earlier stream. So I think I'm going to go ahead and close it out here. But this was an incredibly fun live stream. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And as I said, guys, I'm going to be active again very soon, the next couple of days. But yep, I can't wait to come back. Sorry I've been gone. Glad you guys are here. I've missed you all, and I can't wait to start working on my YouTube videos again really soon. All right, everybody. Well, hey, y'all take care. And everybody did who super chats. Thank you. And everybody did write their comments. Thank you. I'll see you all in the next one. Have a great night, everybody.